This guy is able to claim $10,681 in depreciation on his granny flat here in Villawood in 1 year alone. If you were earning $120,000 per year, that'd be $3,472 straight back into your pocket. And just to show you the power of depreciation, the average granny flat in that area claims around $8,000 in depreciation in the first year. So how is he able to claim such a high amount? His property is an NDIS-approved property, so he had to spend a little more to make it work. But that means it's all expenses he can claim while still reaping the benefits of a versatile property. We went on site to check out the property and walk you through some of what can be depreciated and help you save more on your cash flow.
There are lots of things in addition we have to do for NDIS compliant clients. If you see from the beginning, like here, in the main plan, it was only 900 millimeter. But for NDIS, we have to do all the way, the whole.
So you've got a long concrete driveway.
Long concrete driveway.
So it looks about 10 to 15 meters long, but also about 4 meters wide.
4 meters wide, yes.
So it looks like you're going to you probably spend about $10,000?
$10,000 I had to pay extra for the whole driveway.
So that means you're going to be claiming for this just in this concrete alone, you'll be able to spend something like $250 in depreciation claims per year. Good. So that means that you're going to get some decent return. Of course, it's got a ramp in, but inside the property in this granny flat, how much did you build this whole granny flat for?
The whole granny flat, $250,000.
Awesome. So as quantity surveyors, we need to know what the depreciation rate is, but also know the value of these assets. We'll need to assess all the values of these and get back as much depreciation as possible for ACTA.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's go through. All right, guys, so we're going through the granny flat, brand new. So we're going to walk through and just point out some things that we can claim part of the depreciation. Because the legislation is that anything that's existing or secondhand, it must be built after 1987 in the claim. However, because it's a brand new property, you can claim depreciation on all the plant and equipment, including the capital work, which is things like the brickwork, the glazing, the door. We also have downlights. So downlights here have an effective life of 5 years. With $6,000, we're talking about potentially up to $1,000 a year. And so here we also have 2 split system air conditioning units, which are valued at about $2,500 each in general. So you'll be able to claim this over a 10-year period. Walking through, we've got some furnishing. These are usually depreciable when they're owned by the landlord, even though the set of chairs is only $200 each. That means you've got here 6 sets of chairs. We can't write those off immediately. The ATO looks at them as a set, and that means we've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times by $200. That's $1,200. So we can't claim an immediate write-off. We have to assess it as a group of chairs. Yes. Going over to here, we've got some blinds, probably looking at about 20 square meters of blinds, and the depreciable life of these is 10 years as well. Yeah, coming through the kitchen now into the property. So we've got some Caesar stone bench tops as well as joinery. All of this is considered capital work because it's fixed to the building, as well as the tiling, the cupboards. They're all depreciable as capital works over a 40-year period. So if it's worth $10,000, you'll be able to claim $250 per year for 40 years with the building. And they're valued somewhere between $500 to $600. And over here we've got a cooktop, a range hood, as well as an oven. Each of these assets are depreciable at 10 years for anything that's relating to cookingware. And essentially these values here will be $600 for the range hood, $1,000 for the cooktop, and approximately $1,000 for the oven as well. And there you have it, that's the kitchen. So some of the things you'll find inside a lounge room are going to be air conditioning assets, such as a split system aircon as we have here. We're gonna have some roller blinds, which are very similar in nature to traditional blinds. And because the property is tiled, that means that the ATO sees them as assets that are fixed and hence depreciable over a longer period. But if it was carpet, timber, or vinyl, there would be much faster depreciation on those. But in this case, the whole property is tiled. I think we're going to be looking at least $10,000 in tiling the whole property. And that makes up the lounge room. So we'll go over here to the laundry. And so over here we have the laundry. Over here it's actually got an integrated toilet, part of the laundry or wet area here. And over here we've got a dryer as well as a washing machine in some cases. These are depreciable over 7 years and potentially worth up to $2,000 or $1,000 each unit. So they can also get accelerated depreciation through the low value method. And moving into the bathroom area or wet area has specific, of course, things like waterproofing is essential in all wet areas in a property. And that means that you have some additional costs in preparing a bathroom. And over here we have a shower screen that's glazed, and those are affixed to the building, so they'll be depreciable over a 40-year period, along with tiling, the toilets, and also any built-in joinery, such as the vanity and basin. Moving over here, we've got a towel rail, a toilet roll holder, as well as toilet brushes, and those are also depreciable, but they can be depreciated over immediately, given they're a low value asset, worth less than $300 typically. We've got heated lights, which have a depreciable life of 5 years, and typically valued less than $1,000, so we get accelerated depreciation on these assets. So we'll move over into a typical bedroom that you'll find into a property. So the tall boys are generally going to give you a depreciation life of 13 years and 4 months. This is much more effective and from a depreciation standpoint than a built-in wardrobes, because they're affixed to the building, can only depreciate over a 40-year life. Things like your windows and also your door frames, they also depreciate over a 40-year life, as well as doors, because of the fact that they're built into the building. So here we have some outdoor lights as well. So because they're sensored lights, we're going to have a good depreciation rate of only 5 years on these. And most of the time, these are valued less than $1,000, and even in some cases going to be valued less than $300. And behind us is, of course, the water tank. The rainwater tank has usually an effective life of 10 years. And to finish it off, last but not least, the depreciation of the AstroTurf. AstroTurf being not organic will have wear and tear, and essentially we'll be able to claim 15 years on the AstroTurf of depreciation. In total, if you own the property, you could claim a whopping $247,200 of depreciation over the next 40 years. This just goes to show how depreciation can significantly fast-track your wealth building journey using property investments. If you have a property and you are unsure how much to claim, get in touch with a quantity surveyor just like us if you want to see how much you can claim.